Hello there everyone, this is Omni, and I'm doing a review and analysis on one of my top top figures of 2025, ROM. Funny story about ROM, and the reason why I think he may have been over engineered is because ROM was is actually a character that Hasbro wanted Marvel to create so that they can make toys. For those that don't know how Hasbro works, you know, the makers of My Little Pony and oh my god, My Little Pony and G.I. Joe, and brought Transformers to the US. They're a toy company that, this is something that a lot of people are surprised by sometimes, but they are a toy company that had a media arm in the 80s. I think they even did Gem and the holograms. Anyway, the whole point was that they unlike Mattel, who had like Barbie and Hot Wheels and stuff, toys that were already a thing, Hasbro was like a little newer, and they're like, well, what can we do to compete? What can make the edge? And they were like, we can make shows about them. We can make characters shows about them. So if you're ever wondering like why Transformers introduced like weirdly the same character that's just differently colored, probably Hasbro. Probably because Hasbro wanted to make a new toy. Literally that's what happened with G.I. Joe's. The same reason. Anyway, so back then they were like, hey, we want ROM, we want a character that you could have a comic based off of, and then we can make toys and it'd be awesome. Insert ROM Spaceknight. It was supposed to be a big hit. It wasn't really a big hit. It's kind of become like a cult classic. And so ROM is locked up in licensing, by the way, too, for that reason. So ROM hasn't actually been in any Marvel stuff moving forward. Mainly, I think he was like once in like the cable comic during the Age of Krakoa X-Men, which is weird. But the reason why ROM hasn't been in many things is because he's locked up in licensing with Hasbro, which is funny because Hasbro makes Marvel figures. So when I saw this, I was like, because were like, I don't know who this character is, or why would they do this character? And I'm like, because it's their character. They can do whatever they want with it. Literally. So he's part of the comic, the mini comic wave, and literally ROM. I don't know if that was how he was introduced or discussed as far as the figure. He's Hasbro's character, so of course they were gonna at some point bring him in randomly. For that being said, the penguin is a calico critter, by the way. It's nothing to do. I just wanted to show. I was doing a photo shoot with him previously, but because of the way that this is a flat surface, it's like it works perfectly. It's really cool. So that's another thing about the ROM Spaceknight figure, is that the sculpting is like really good in regards to like also like usability, and like they're never going to reuse some of these things. I think someone was saying that the legs are from Titania, from the Secret Wars thing, but like the head sculpt is never going to be able to reuse. This, whatever this is, the chest piece, never going to be used, but like look how much they sculpted it. Like this is like unnecessarily this is unnecessarily good. But like I said, if you know the history, then you'll realize why, because it's Hasbro's character. So they're like, well, we can do whatever the hell we want, and Marvel doesn't have really a say in it, because it's our character that is technically under the Marvel banner, but still their character. So ROM was a space knight that came to Earth in search of dire wraiths, which were like basically evil space aliens, kind of like demon aliens, or whatever you want to call it. And he had two weapons. I want to say this is the analyzer. I think this is the analyzer, because there's not much to it. And then this is like, oh, what's it called again? The disintegrator ray or something like that. I'd have to look this up. But he's only got 2 weapons. Sorry I sound far away. I'm just looking this up real quick. Because I'm now curious what it's actually called. Because I don't think it's called the disintegrator. It has like a specific name to it. Was it the analyzer and the neutralizer? That's right, the neutralizer. So analyzer analyzes and shows who's a dire wraith and who's not, and then the neutralizer destroys them and eliminates them. They also comes with a blast effect. Like, this is probably never be used again, but they made blast effect again because it's Hasbro character, so they can do what they want. They don't actually have to deal with that stuff. Comes with a regular holding hand for the gun. And this is the left hand, by the way, left hand gun holding, and then you get a right-handed fist. I know, little light on the hand options, because you have a right hand to hold weapons as well, so you can hold both of them at the same time. And then he's got this kind of like not really open palm, but like not really grippy palm either. Now, as I said, the paint on this is really good. Like, look at that. You can actually see like his eyes. Like, it's really funny. Like, you can see the little bursts and stuff. They got little accents there and the little bolts. Like, they really did do. They really made this, because like they're never gonna. Well, there's a slim chance we'll ever do this again, because Marvel's gonna be like, well, just it's not really a popular character because we can't use it because it's locked under your licensing. So they were like, well, why don't we make it the coolest figure ever? And it's really cool. Like, even though these, like I said, these apparently are reused by Titania, like he's got a lot of sculpting underneath here. Like he can go that far. This is even before the crunch, the ab crunch. He can go up. He can, even with the jetpack, he can still look up a little bit. His head does like a little bit of a tilt, even though it's like definitely super rectangular. He can look down pretty well. Obviously the swivel, right? And then he's got the ab crunch that goes like completely almost 90 degrees. So he's got even like it's crazy. And then the ab crunch doesn't go too far back because this actually does run into that, but it's crazy. He's got, of course, double jointed knee or elbows. I always could say that wrong. Elbows, and like because he's like a Spaceknight like robot type thing. This as I said before, this is where it gets kind of weird with bigger arms every time, and it's the super retracted thing. But whatever, it doesn't actually look that bad. Because you're like, he's a robot Spaceknight thing, so maybe that's how his joints are. He can go pretty far up actually, even though he's got that metal thing. Like, it's past 90. And then obviously you get full rotation. You have a bicep swivel, per usual, and then the hand is of course on a hinge that also swivels. The legs are crazy because like he's not why does he have, like, it's crazy. Like it's like, you can go straight forward, right? Can't go back because again there's the butt sculpt. He sculpted the butt pretty well. And then like he's got crazy double jointed knees, and then he's got like the swivel on the toes. It goes up and down. I think what's crazy too though is like ROM is big. I don't know if you could tell from just this. Let me bring in a regular Marvel Legend. Let's bring in another robotic thing. It's not really robotic, but it's a tech thing. Like, oh my god, why are you not? Tony Stark, you are definitely not standing up straight today. Here's like Iron Man behind, like in front of ROM. ROM's almost like a whole head bigger. Like, it's crazy. That's crazy. It's a regular release by there. ROM is a normal release. It's not like a deluxe like Super Adaptoid was or whatever. And like, he's tall. Let me see if I can bring out Warpath. Because we just reviewed Warpath from the 2-pack. And like it's pretty crazy. I think he might even be taller than Warpath. Hold on, where's my thing? Alright, so he is around the same height. Around the same size. Around the same size, I'd say. Let's see back to back. Maybe you can see back to back. They're around the same height. So like, he's big. I wouldn't say he's a deluxe. Actually, now I think about it, if he's as big as Warpath, but like, he's on the biggest scale, and like, I'm not even sure if that's the scale or anything. I guess I've never read the comic, but like, the character design looks cool. It fits in other things, and like, I think that's my favorite part about it, is that it's like such a simple but unique design at the same time, that like, it works with anything. Like I said, you had the little penguin dude on his shoulder, and like, he's saving the day. So, and he's, you know. But definitely, if you find ROM's been really hard to get, and I don't know if it's like they didn't make enough, or everybody's really figuring out that ROMs are really cool, and they're buying him up. But he's one of the ones that are very rare. Him and Adam Warlock are the rarest of the mini comic line. But I do even Adam Warlock I'll still see in stores every so often. But yeah, if you can find him, buy him. I think he's still up on stuff like Entertainment Earth and Big Bad Toy Store. I'm not 100% sure on that one, but if you find him there, get him, because he's cool. Like, he's like I said, he's really cool. Let me see if I can like put him in that position that I was like, that like, you can put him in like this superhero pose, like the superhero pose. Like, it's crazy. Like, I don't know why you'd want to why you'd want to have to do this, but like, you can. And like, hold on. The only problem is, of course, he doesn't have toe to go. I like ripped the leg off. Oops, my bad. But he can kind of do the superhero pose. I have to kind of figure out like how to, like, he can kind of do it. Like, it's just a little bit. It's a little tough. Like, it's a little tough, but he can get like, look at that. Like, that's crazy. Like, what? Like, what? Why? Like, why doesn't he do that? Like, I don't even know if he does that in the comics. But he's pretty well sculpted, pretty well articulated. Even though he's like, he's not even B-list. Like, he's definitely like, you have to really know who he is. Cause like, I know who he is based on what I don't remember the comic, but I looked him up when he was randomly showed up in the X-Men cable comic. I was like, who the heck? And yeah, that's how I found out about him. And so I was like, I never thought he'd have a figure this good. So anyway, I definitely recommend picking him up and stuff. So I will also have other videos this week, by the way, that will be a tip video. I'll be doing at least one of those once a week, and I will try to have more review and analysis videos that will also kind of coincide with an unboxing video, and then and then a couple days later we have the review and analysis. So please bear with me. But as always, you are worthy, you are loved, you belong, and you can do wonderful things. Keep your star shining, and we'll always be looking for you in the night sky. Going off air.